Headline: Red Racer's Secret Affair. A photograph of Yamato kissing the rival principal's daughter.
You think you can date my daughter and keep your career? I'll bury you, Yamato.
They'll tear me apart in the media. I need to race. It's the only answer.
Within the hour, 2 sponsors terminated their contracts. His seat was now in freefall.
Father doesn't know what I've been hiding. He'll find out soon enough.
The termination letters piled up. Yamato's manager looked hollow.
Silverstone, my last chance. If I am going down, I'll take them with me. I'll lap both his cars. I'll make him watch.
This locket is all I have left of her. Soon he'll understand why I had to do this.
The countdown to Silverstone began. A young driver with nothing left to lose. Months earlier, long before the scandal, their secret began in a crowded airport lounge.
He was the enemy on paper, but his eyes held a calm that made me feel safe. Meet me behind the paddock after the strategy briefing. Come alone.
Her letters carried affection and something more. Tire wear graphs, disguised as doodles.
This sketch, it's not just a girl's idle drawing. It's too precise.
Plug this into your data system before the race. Trust me.
Where are you getting this? Every time, it's perfect. Who's feeding you?
I am betraying my own father. And the worst part, I am falling for him.
I am in love with the rival's daughter. This is reckless, but I can't stop.
Week after week, the stolen moments built a fragile bond. Soon the world would force its break.
Yamato, how do you respond to claims that you seduced the rival principal's daughter to steal team secrets?
My driving will speak for itself at Silverstone. I have nothing else to prove.
Father thinks he can control me, but my phone is the one leash he can't see.
A text message from Yui to Yamato. Ignore the noise. I'll get you what you need. Stay ready. Shinji fed the media a new headline. Yamato's data theft under investigation. The third sponsor called with an ultimatum. Resign quietly or face a public breach of contract.
Rain won't stop me. Nothing stops a man who's already been buried. Tomorrow, every lie they printed will mean nothing. I'll make sure of it. Prepare the car for the heaviest downforce possible. I'll need every bit of grip.
The grid was set. Shinji's blue cars lined the front. Yamato started third. The only verdict left would be written in lap times. Qualifying day. Shinji's blue cars took provisional pole and second with ease. Only one man could disrupt the front row.
My cars own the front row. Yamato can crawl into third for all I care.
1 lap. That's all I need to break their confidence. Push beyond the limit.
Sector after sector. His time beat the blue cars. By the flag, he'd stolen P3 by 3/10.
He did it. And Father's vein is already pulsing. This is only the beginning.
The setup's wrong. I had understeer through every corner. We can't let that red car get close.
They're already rattled. Tomorrow I'll make them watch my rear wing disappear.
He'll never suspect his own daughter is the one feeding Yamato the data. Perfect.
The grid was locked. Blue cars first and second, Yamato third. But the tension in the blue garage was already cracking. The only verdict left would be written in lap times. 5 red lights above the Silverstone grid. 1,000 heartbeats in the grandstand.
Lights out! Yamato gets a rocket start, already alongside the second blue car!
Into turn 1, I am already on their gearbox. They can't shake me.
By the exit of Cops, Yamato swept past Hiroki. P2 was his. Only Toshiki remained ahead.
What are you doing? Hold that red dog behind you. Push him wide.
He's doing exactly what I calculated. Father's panic will only make it worse.
I can taste the lead. His tires will blister before mine. Just wait.
Lap 1 ended with the red car glued to the blue leader. The crowd sensed history.
He's too fast on the straights. Our setup is all wrong. Who leaked our data?
The gap was shrinking. Yamato's promise to lap both of his rivals' cars no longer sounded like madness. Lap after lap, Yamato stayed glued to Toshiki's gearbox. The blue car began to slide.
My rears are graining. Every exit he's closer. I can't hold him off.
Box now. Toshiki, we'll undercut. Don't let him steal the lead.
The blue car dove into the pits. Yamato stayed out, hammering clean laps on warm rubber.
Unbelievable. Blistering on the blue car's tires. They're falling apart after just 12 laps.
The red team's engineer stared at his tablet. Their models had predicted this exact wear curve.
Yui's data again. She mapped their degradation perfectly. This is almost too easy.
When the pit cycle cleared, Yamato emerged in the lead. Blue cars were second and third, but wounded.
It's like he knew our stint plan before we did. Someone's been talking.
Yamato now led, but the blue cars were still fast. Lapping them was far from guaranteed. The real test was still to come, lap 20. Yamato's red car carved through Silverstone, opening a 4-second lead. Shinji's blue cars drifted back.
Push harder. You are losing seconds to a man without sponsors. How is this possible?
He's behind schedule. I need to tell him to switch to Plan B before Toshiki's tires recover.
A text message to Yamato's steering wheel display. Toshiki's rear's graining again. Push Sector 2. Lap him by maggots.
She's watching everything. I won't waste her work.
He's caught Hiroki. The red car is right on his blue gearbox. This is for position, but so much more.
Through Brooklands, Yamato dived inside. Hiroki couldn't defend. The red car shot past.
He just lapped me in a dry race at our home track.
No, not like this. Toshiki, you are all I have left. Don't let that red snake near you.
One blue car down, one to go. Yamato's rear wing glinted in Toshiki's mirrors. The second lap was closing in, lap 26. Toshiki's blue car wobbled through Stowe, rears completely gone. The red shark smelled blood.
He's not just racing me, he's hunting. How did he know our tire window that precisely?
Yamato throws it down the inside at Vale. Toshiki has no defense. He's through.
The red car didn't just pass him. It pulled ahead, completed the lap, and put Toshiki a full circuit behind.
Lapped in my home race. By the man my boss tried to destroy. This is humiliation.
Impossible. That bastard has ruined everything. Find me a reason, any reason, to disqualify him.
Both lapped in a dry race. I said I'd make him watch, and the whole world is watching.
He did it. Father's cars are behind him by a full lap. This is for you, Mom.
The crowd roared. The first time in 9 years a driver had lapped both cars of a top 3 team in a dry race. The race wasn't over, but the verdict was sealed. Yamato had answered every threat with his right foot.
Yamato begins his final lap. The margin is 21 seconds. Utter domination at Silverstone.
He crossed the line. The checkered flag waved. A deafening roar swallowed the circuit.
21 seconds. I didn't just win. I made his entire team disappear.
The red garage erupted. Mechanics leapt the pit wall, arms raised.
My father's face. I've waited 10 years to see it crumble. Today, I win too.
This is a nightmare. Get me the telemetry. There must be a data breach.
A victory for the ages. Yamato lapped both rival cars and silences every critic.
A final text flickered on Yamato's steering wheel. I always believed in you. Yi? In the blue garage, silence. Toshiki and Hiroki stared at the timing screens, their cars still a lap behind. The podium loomed. For Yamato, it was just the beginning. For Shinji, the first crack in his empire. In Parc Ferme, Yamato cut the engine. The crowd's roar still pressed against his helmet.
This result is fraudulent. I demand full disclosure of their strategy data immediately.
Behind the chaos, Yui slipped away from her blue team minders, her eyes fixed on a different path.
He's cornered. Now, I finish what Mother started.
Yamato removed his helmet. Through the sea of red, he caught a flash of chestnut hair and a blue lock vanishing toward the paddock.
She's moving. She's not waiting for permission.
This is the only moment I have. If I hesitate, he'll lock me down forever.
Somebody find my daughter. She's not to leave the paddock. She's under my protection.
But Yui was already gone. Her shadow slipped between the red trucks, a ghost her father's men couldn't trace. Over the PA. The summons came. Yamato to the podium. The stage was set for a confrontation no one had written. Yamato didn't reach the podium. A soft hand pulled him into the shadow between two red trucks.
Yamato, every data point you used today, every tire curve, every stint plan, they came from me.
Why? Why betray your father?
Because he destroyed my mother. The woman in this locket, Miyuki Kagawa, the rally champion.
A flash of memory. Miyuki on a podium, cheering, a young Yui at her side.
But his jealousy didn't stop at marriage. He had her engine stalled during a championship decider. She never raced again.
And us? Was I just another tool in your plan?
It started that way. But somewhere between the coded letters and the stolen moments, I fell in love with you. That part is real.
Her mother's locket, the blue strand. Everything clicks. I should walk away, but I can't.
The PA crackled again. Yamato, report to the podium immediately. The confrontation was still waiting, and so was Shinji. 10 years earlier, in a rally service park, a young Yui watched her mother, Miyuki, stand on the championship podium. But her father's jealousy had already poisoned the team. A mechanical failure stole the title, and Miyuki never raced again.
I'll never forgive him. I'll take everything he built and tear it down piece by piece.
She studied telemetry in secret, memorizing tire curves and fuel maps while her father saw only a quiet daughter.
By 16, I understood setups better than his senior engineers. He never noticed.
The day she dyed that lock blue, her father's team color, she made a silent vow to turn his own symbol into a weapon. When she met Yamato, she saw the perfect variable. A rival driver with talent and a reason to fight.
He was supposed to be a piece, but his cold eyes held something I didn't expect.
The love letters were always real. She just hid the strategy inside them. Now Yamato knew the full truth. The podium still waited, and Shinji's empire hung on his daughter's next move.
I understand. He tried to end my career before it began. We'll finish what your mother started.
Thank you. I've written a statement. Read it before the cameras. Let him hear it from you first.
Her words, her strategy. I am just the delivery now.
They stepped out of the shadows together, hand in hand. A red driver and the blue principal's daughter.
If this costs me the trophy, so be it. I don't race for their approval anymore.
He's risking everything. Maybe my plan was never just about revenge.
Behind them, Shinji's shouts still echoed through the paddock. But he was already too late. The podium stairs rose before them. Yamato tucked the statement into his suit.
Whatever happens next, I am glad it's with you.
The anthems would play. The world would watch. But first, they had a secret to detonate. The national anthem echoed over Silverstone. Yamato stood on the top step, the trophy glinting in the pale sun. On the lower steps, Toshiki and Hiroki stood rigidly, their faces unreadable, still processing the humiliation.
That red dog stole my daughter, my data, my glory. I'll burn him before this day ends.
But the blue team's designated area had an empty spot. Yui Kagawa was missing. At the edge of the paddock, a chestnut-haired figure stepped past the security line, blue lock shining.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Silverstone Grand Prix, Yamato.
Wait, where is she? The guards said she slipped away. No, she wouldn't dare.
This is it. One step, and his empire shatters. For you, Mother.
Shinji's eyes found her. His roar was swallowed by the crowd, his security too far to intercept. Yui climbed the first step. The ceremony wasn't over. It was about to be rewritten. Step by step, Yui climbed the podium. The crowd's roar faltered into a confused murmur. Yamato turned. His cold eyes met hers, and without a word, he extended his hand. She took it. He pulled her up onto the winner's platform, their fingers laced briefly for the world to see.
Hold his hand. Don't let go. This is the beginning of the end for him.
Get her down. That's my daughter. Security.
His voice was lost in the swelling noise. The cameras locked onto the couple at the summit. Yui calmly took the microphone from the stand. The anthem had long ended. A new voice was about to fill the silence.
Go ahead. Say what he never let you say. I am right here.
Don't you dare! I'll ruin you both!
Yui raised the microphone. The noise died. Every eye on Earth was on her.
I am leaving my father's house tonight. I will never return to the Blue Garage. I have accepted a written offer to join the Red Team as their junior race strategist.
From her jacket, she pulled a crisp letter, the contract already signed, and held it high for the cameras to capture.
My mother was a champion who never got to finish her story. Today, I finish it for her.
Her fingers brushed the silver locket at her throat. The photo of Miyuki Kagawa visible to the zoom lenses.
Shut her off! Cut the broadcast!
The crowd stood frozen, the silence more deafening than any cheer had been before.
I am done hiding. The world should know who I really am.
Now my turn. She's passed the baton.
The world waited for Yamato's response. He stepped toward the microphone, his eyes never leaving her. Before Yamato could speak, Shinji tore free from the guards and lunged toward the podium steps with a raw animal cry. But a wall of red-suited security intercepted him. His fists swung at empty air as they pinned his arms behind his back. Yamato watched the struggle below with icy calm. Then he turned to the microphone, a faint defiant smirk crossing his lips.
You said you'd end my career. You ended your own.
The crowd's roar exploded like a thunderclap. Flags waved, voices screamed. History was carved into the Silverstone air.
You'll regret this, both of you. I'll destroy everything.
The guards hauled him down the podium stairs, his shouts swallowed by the ecstatic crowd. The blue principal vanished into the paddock tunnels.
10 years. Mother, it's done.
Cameras flashed in a frenzy. Reporters shouted questions that no one could hear. A new legend had been written. On the top step, Yamato took Yui's hand again. They faced the world together, victors in a war that had just begun. As they descended the podium, a wave of reporters crashed against the barriers, microphones thrust like weapons.
Miss Kagawa, did you feed Yamato confidential Blue Team data for the entire season?
The noise is deafening, but this is the moment I planned for years. No more hiding.
In memory, a love letter surfaced. Its margins held tire pressure values, camber angles, stint predictions disguised as affection. Every "I miss you" hid a degradation curve. Every heart recommended a pit lap. The season had been choreographed in ink.
They were never just letters. She was arming me for this war, long before I knew.
Back in the paddock, broadcast trucks beamed the scandal worldwide. Blue principal sabotaged by own daughter scrolled across every chyron.
Let them see. The world needs to know what he did to my mother.
A simple doodle, a tire with cryptic numbers, flashed on every screen. The infamous sketch that had won the race and shattered an empire. By nightfall, a single truth echoed through the paddock. Yamato's victory had been engineered by the woman he loved, and Shinji's kingdom lay in ashes. That evening, the Red Team garage erupted into a celebration that shook the Silverstone paddock. In the center stood Yamato, champagne bottle in hand. But all eyes shifted when Yui entered, wearing a red polo shirt with a strategist badge.
Everyone, meet our new junior race strategist. She wrote the playbook that lapped 2 blue cars today.
She took her place behind the pit wall monitors, a headset already fitted, clipboard in hand. A natural.
This is where I belong. Not as a shadow, but as a strategist. Mother would be proud.
3 miles away, the Blue Team board convened an emergency session. The gavel lay silent on the polished oak.
Gentlemen, the principal's conduct today has exposed the team to liability. We must consider a vote of no confidence.
Outside the boardroom, anxious Blue Team personnel gathered, their monitors displaying the same damning headline. In his private office, Shinji sat alone, staring at a blank television screen, a shattered empire echoing in his mind. Back in the red garage, the champagne still flowed. The new era had begun, and there was no going back. 3 weeks later, the Blue Team board released a terse statement. Shinji Kagawa has resigned as team principal, effective immediately. In a dim boardroom, a single sheet bore his signature, the final admission of defeat. Yamato and Yui watched the broadcast together in her new apartment, a quiet moment of vindication.
It's over, Mom. I kept my promise.
Later, she stood alone at Miyuki's grave, a single red rose in her hand.
I finished what he started. You can rest now.
The Blue Team garage was silent, the cars untouched, the Empire dismantled.
She's been fighting alone for 10 years. Not anymore.
When she emerged, he took her hand. Their war was over, their story just beginning. The world had watched a race. It had witnessed a reckoning. A month after the storm, Yamato and Yui walked the Silverstone circuit at sunset. The empty grandstands silent witnesses.
It feels different now. Not secret, not weaponized, just ours.
In the red garage, they worked side by side. She pointed at a telemetry screen. He nodded. A shared rhythm.
She's the best strategist I've ever had. And more.
Later, she opened her locket. The small photo had changed. Miyuki Kagawa smiled beside a younger Yamato at a podium.
Mother, I wish you could see this. He's my partner now, in every way.
He noticed the new photo and simply touched her hand. No words were needed.
This is what winning feels like. Not the trophy. This.
Outside, the sun dipped below the hangars. They stood shoulder to shoulder, red team gear bright against the twilight. A new season was coming, and they would face it together. The Silverstone podium stood empty under a pale winter sun. The flags had been packed away. The scandal was memory. But on that top step, in matching red team jackets, Yamato and Yui stood alone, not for the cameras, but for themselves.
From the edge of ruin to the top of the world. And I didn't climb alone.
He dated the rival principal's daughter. He lapped her father's team twice. And he stayed.
They would not be remembered for the scandal. They would be remembered for the reckoning. Silverstone would always be the track where a love affair became a rebellion, and a race became a revolution. He dated the rival principal's daughter, then lapped her father's team twice. And when the world asked how, the answer was simple: trust, betrayal, and a love letter that could break an empire. From secret kiss to public defiance, they wrote their own victory lap, and the world would never forget it.